Welcome everyone to this introduction to the CS4-I. What does -I mean? -I simply means that this has an integrated AC supply, so now you don't have the separate add-on supply anymore, like this one right here. You no longer need to lug that around. It's actually built right into the chassis. A couple of other notable changes to the I variant. Now you have two carry handles instead of the one in the middle. So you've got a great two-fisted grip here on the machine. The other thing that is new is the air outlet has been moved to the back of the machine, or the front, depending on which way you look at it. And the other port that was on the back is now the burst disc. So you can change the burst disc right through this port. What that does for removing the cover on and off, it makes it a lot easier because you don't have to stretch that sheet metal quite as far to get over this Foster fitting. So I do appreciate that change. I will say that there are some changes to using my my flow indicator, my flow light. There are some differences installing that on the I. Changes that I have developed to make it easier to install on the I. It's the same unit, it just requires an adapter to help reduce some of the congestion in and around the power switch, because the power switch now switches between the AC inlet and the DC inlet supply. So it's a little more congested around here, so my adapter just makes that a little easier and moves it out of the way. But in any event, this is a nice little machine. I talked about the CS4 before. I think it's pretty cool. We're going to talk about what you need to do to get this machine up and going and in operation for you. One of the first things you're going to want to do is pop off this cap real quick. Like that, and you're going to add enough pure water or antifreeze, depending on where you live and how much freezing temperatures you have in your shop or where you store your compressor. Personally, I recommend you keep it in the house where it's warm, and you don't make it live out in the shop where it can freeze. But anyway, you just want to add your water into the tank here, just until it gets to the bottom of the inlet hole. You can see the inlet hole if you turn your head just a little bit. You can see where that is, and power the unit up. What you're going to notice in the package that comes with your compressor is an AC power cord and a DC power cord. I'm not real wild about their new DC power cord. It's two separate wires all the way out. A lot more opportunity for it to get wrapped up in things. I did prefer when they had the tubing on there to kind of keep these two wires contained and unitized. I'm not super stoked about this arrangement. But anyway, hey everybody, just another quick note on the CS4 and the CS4-I. They both go to 5,600 PSI. So if you have a gun that fills to 5,000 PSI, which is becoming more and more every day, you're going to want to get a compressor that can fill your gun up completely. And this guy is one of the few in its price range that can actually do that. So do check it out. Once you get this ready to go, you're going to plug this into your AC mains power. You can use one or the other, AC or DC, it doesn't really matter. The fan that you hear there running is the one in the power supply, so that's only going to run when the AC supply is connected, so don't worry about that. But you just want to make sure that you get water flow in the tank. And once you've verified that, you can go ahead and run your deadhead test and see how quickly this unit takes to get up to its rated pressure. We're going to take it up to 4,500 PSI today. That's going to be our deadhead test. Then we're going to record that time. You can record it on the tag here. You can write it on the cover, wherever you want. Just don't forget to write it down, because you're going to forget what that number was in a month or two. And it's a great way to keep track of the health of the unit. So we're going to go ahead and do a deadhead test. I've got everything set up here. I just want to make sure my vent valve is open and I'm set to the right pressure, which I am. I'm going to get my stopwatch ready. Which I'm just using my phone, nothing fancy. Going to engage the pump. I got about 27, 28 seconds. That's pretty good. That's about normal performance for one of these. I'm going to go ahead and turn this big fan off and talk a little bit about operation of this unit. This is the grease pot right here. You're not going to touch this until you run it for 6 hours. Run it for 6 hours and then turn it one turn. It's going to get stiff when you get to the end. Don't worry about it. That's the flow restrictor preventing you from putting too much grease into the machine. So again, one full turn after 6 hours, and then I'm recommending do another turn after 12 to 18 hours. And then if you hear the machine slowing down, maybe give it another turn. But you don't need to keep churning this all the time. That's from the manufacturer. They're telling me that a little bit of grease goes a long way, and use this knob very sparingly. Now, I do sell grease to refill these, so it is available in the Target Forge store. Anyway, that's about it for the CS4-I. You can go ahead and put this into service now. Use it to fill your PCP air guns and get out there and fly some pellets. Thanks for watching, everybody.